So there will be a jubilee. But first, I have to put it in the context of the absolute truth. Truths that are hurtful, yet necessary to understand the greatness and the magnitude of this moment. James Baldwin said it best: to be black and conscious in America is to live in a constant state of rage. If we're going to be real about our history, about our legacy, and about our future, we have to acknowledge the facts of our past. The blood, the sweat, the tears of our ancestors. Our narrative in these here United States. In 1865, General Order Number 3 represented liberation for all of the formerly enslaved. This did not lead to instant freedom as we know it. We have had to rise against slavery by any other name in the form of chains of structural racism. Chains such as black codes, Jim Crow, industrial plantations, convict leasing, segregation, redlining, racial violence, structural racism embedded in our public school curricula, police brutality, and more. These chains have repeatedly shown themselves since our liberation. Yet, our ancestors were determined
to rise.
Despite Jim Crow laws, they built Black Wall Street throughout America. They were determined
to rise.
Despite black codes, they sought public office during Reconstruction. They were determined
to rise.
Despite the chains that presented themselves in the face of inequality, they stood strong, embodied a sense of the village to look after and support one another. They worked together and were determined
to rise.
We stand on mighty, mighty shoulders of our ancestors and are blessed to be in a position to learn from and honor all who came before us and paved the way. We owe it to the future to continue to rise and break the chains to create the lives we wish to live in these United States. Like Miss Opal Lee, the grandmother of Juneteenth, after 40 years of passion, work, and dedication and support of people who shared her vision to see Juneteenth finally become a federal holiday, hundreds of years after Africans were brought here. Juneteenth becoming a federal holiday in no way means the height of our liberation. It means finally an acknowledgement of the struggle and narrative of our ancestors here in America. It means a time to remember, reflect, and celebrate their legacy. It means as we continue to rise, many chains that challenge us today, they can be broken if we choose to put forth a little passion, hard work, and dedication. I charge each of you today to honor the ancestors, to honor the past, the legacy, and the future by committing to work in your ministry, whatever it is, to continue to break every chain that holds any of us back. If one person's held back, we are all held back. And the only way we can break these chains is if we do it together. Rather that chain be reparations, police brutality, inequality in any form, school curricula, voting rights, you name it. Let the spirit of Juneteenth motivate and inspire you to break that chain. And the only way to do it is together through unity. We are determined.
To rise.
We are determined.
To rise.
We're